What is up, 805? This is Bill Locey, languishing right here in the Spartan simplicity that is Studio 805 for the Ventura County Star. I guess Attorney General Gonzalez will have to tap my phone from his house in Texas now. That guy was so creepy, he made Steve Buscemi look like Johnny Depp. Wow. Where the country doesn't torture, remember? Wow, here in Studio 805 and out and about in the clubs, the only torture we hear is musical. That's why there's a back door. The band stinks, move on. The band and the bar employees are stuck. They're trapped like rats. And they can't leave, but you can. Okay, I'm here with a few humble suggestions about what to know about where to go this weekend. And to that end, if I had a faster car, a richer girlfriend, or even one with a job, here's where I'll be lurking in the back this week, perhaps in search of my next future ex-girlfriend. As usual, this is just my opinion, so don't make more of it than it is. If your band isn't among the chosen, maybe I didn't know about the gig, or else your band is so bad even your weary, lying girlfriends are running out of excuses. So there's that. So with that, tonight, Friday, the last night of August, it's cool, classic pop rock. Never heard him play a bad song. Shakedowns at Margarita Villa down in the Ventura Harbor. Is that a cool name or what? No, not Ventura Harbor. Descriptive but boring. But Margarita Villa. Personally, I can't drink those things. I mean, I want to live. There's enough evidence that I can get plenty stupid on beer alone. Down at the Red Cove, Ventura's best dive bar. It's party time again. Still, this time it's a 3-day epic Night of the Dead Cove. They're lying. It's not a night, but 3 nights with a bunch of bands each night. Maybe some of them are actually good. In any case, you'll like this. No cover. Cheap pool, cheap drinks, and always the opportunity for a cheap date at the Red Cove. Friday night at 11:30, check out Floater 6, cool pop punk, and one of my victims in this week's timeout section, so it must be true. For the curious, in addition to all the winos floating around downtown Ventura, a floater is the death industry's name for a drowning victim. Anyway, lots of bands. Wear black. Check it out. The Red Cove is always there for bands. It may not be walking distance from downtown, but it's been a cool venue for years. Saw the Kenman brothers of Rank and File there one time. Stan Ridgway from Walla Voodoo. You never know who's going to show up there. This weekend's festivities will honor the memory of Steve Troop. Big Steve passed away a few weeks ago. Never saw him anywhere but in the booth by the back door, except the night of the shooting, but that's another story. A few blocks away at the Ventura Bowling Center, that's the bowling alley down by the longtime former hooker stroll down on Thompson. There's going to be bands celebrating this year's Gearhead Greaser Fest, the primer nationals at the Ventura County Fairgrounds over the weekend. Friday at the bowling alley, it's the Wayne He Rich blues guitar guy, Randy Rich and the Ravens, along with the Greasy Heroes, the Hydramatics, and surf instrumental stuff from the Phantom Riders. At Bernadette's, it's great classic pop rock from the Pop-O-Matics, and at the Sans Souci, it's Emil Bus, that's Sublime spelled backwards. Whether or not dog is your co-pilot, my cats wouldn't stand for that, but sometimes it's fun to spell stuff backwards unless you're a nun named Otto, and then it doesn't matter. Okay, the dude in Sublime, Brad Noel, made a bad career by ODing on heroin back in 1996, leaving a distraught karaoke band behind him, and fortunately a ton of great songs like Santeria, Same in the End, and Like That. I saw him at the Ventura Theater back when they were all alive. The place was so packed, my glasses got steamed up. They rocked. The weekend of the singer's untimely demise, Sublime was supposed to play at Nickelby's. I remember we came back early from a Civil War reenactment to see the show, but Main Street and Nickelby's was dark, not a good sign. Scheduled to open that show was the Sound of Silver Strand, the Sky Daddies, the party people's choice. Now, the Sky Daddies used to play at Bombay and Ventura every weekend, setting numerous new lows and often owing the bar for playing by drinking themselves out the window of opportunity. Now, the guitar player from the Sky Daddies, Darren Zorba Cruz, is a guitar player for Emil Bus. And keyboard player Billy Davis also survived the Sky Daddies to make the move to Emil Bus. Now, there's another Emil Bus in Portugal. Who would have thought that? But I'll bet it's going to be our local version. They'll be turning out the Sublime songs Friday night at the Sans Souci. They have this great big pass, also a bathroom upstairs, a locksmith inside. Never mind. It's a family newspaper. And a few blocks away at Zoe's, it's a cool kid band, folk rock from 3s and 9s, and also Franklin for short. Don't miss this one. Saturday, those legendary knuckleheads in the band with one of the best names in rock and roll, the Brian Jonestown Massacre. They'll be at Echo in LA Saturday and Sunday. Tried to do a story, but Anton did not cooperate. Ever seen the movie Dig, maybe the best rock and roll movie ever? It's all about my favorite band, the Dandy Warhols, and the Brian Jonestown Massacre. A band that once recorded an album for less than $20, 1736 to be exact. Thank God for mental illness, drunken stoner pop at its best. But what a surprise, they didn't respond to my email and free publicity. Wow. Oh well, Brian Jonestown Massacre, 2 nights at the Echo in LA. Meanwhile, back to the bowling alley in Ventura after a hard day of saying, hey man, don't touch my car. Down at the Primer Nationals, it's Americana or Roots Rock or whatever you call it this week. Good old American music with Merle Jagger, probably not Mixed Greaser Brother, the Hacienda Brothers, and James Entbeld at the Ventura Bowling Center. Baby Doll, who is in fact Mary Kay with a voice bigger than Bernadette's, will do rock and blues down there. At the end of town at the aptly named dive bar called The Drink, once upon a time the Chaparral and the Midnight Hour, it's more Gearhead madness, this time with more decibels from Luck of the Draw and the Jim Rowdy Show. Now, any band with the word rowdy in their name should come with a warning sticker from the Surgeon General. So there's that. On Sunday, since it's the first Sunday of the month, it's a Cajun dance party with Acadian at Pirates and Farmland hitting Oxnard, where the City Council presents a clear case of limited acting skills of government, of the developers, by the developers, and for the developers, getting rid of that boring farmland as quickly as they can. If Lamborghini made a cement truck, look out. Shakedowns return to Margarita Villa in Ventura Harbor on Sunday, where also Blue Stew plays blues at high seas. Reggae Sunday at Bernadette's with Skinny Bones Jones. Cool little venue where permit problems with the city are over. Make Bernadette smile and tell her that her shepherd's pie is really good. Jonathan McEwen revives his brand new Opry, his longtime gig with some friends at Farmer and the Cook in Minor Oaks on Sunday afternoon. He's our local rock star. Monday, after natives of Poinsettia City go to the city council meeting and reminding them to leave the top hat alone, and also to jog their memories as to Cool Hand Luke's response to pay parking. Then once your civic duty is completed, go check out some classic cool pop and the shakedowns at Dargan's in Ventura. I was there last night. Once upon a time, Jack Rose, a women's clothing store, rocking more now. Tuesday nights at hardworking Shakedowns frontman Frank Barajas doing a solo gig at Mai's Place in Ventura. Wednesday, Lucinda Williams begins a 5-night stand at the El Rey Theater in Los Angeles, one of the saddest women with wrists yet unslit. Lucinda's got a ton of great country rock songs to make it obvious that she's his problem now. And in Ventura, surfing along with the rest of us, is Dan the Dodger fan Wilson playing nice acoustic music at Cafe Bella in Ventura. Okay, that's enough endless, mindless, and senseless exposition for me. This is Bill Locey in Studio 805 for the Ventura County Star saying, if no one tells you how to act, then how are you going to be?